Decades ago, Microsoft defined the Office with Office, a set of productivity tools that's become the de facto standard on which business runs. Today, the company's trying to redefine the Office, the physical workspace in which businesses run. And that's a tall order. Technology has transformed our computers and our lives, and yet the basics of our work life remain woefully antiquated. Picture your main conference room. There's probably a giant rectangular table everyone sits around, snoozing, while someone presents. Video conferencing software that doesn't ever work. And have you tried sharing a presentation? Rethinking the physical office means changes to culture, technology, and space. And Microsoft can't do all of that for you, but it can help you get there. The first step in that transformation, the new Surface Hub 2. First, the hardware. The Surface Hub 2 is a 50-inch touchscreen whiteboard mounted to a special rolling stand built by Steelcase. A module in the center of the stand contains a custom battery from APC and the power cord. Unplug the cord, wind it around the battery module for storage, and you can easily wheel the Hub 2S out of the conference room and over to any desk in the office. Moving the Hub is easy because it's light, 40% lighter than the first-gen Surface Hub at just 61.6 pounds. It's also got super thin bezels, just 15 millimeters wide, meaning you can write and create right out to the sides of the screen. The screen itself is a 50-inch 4K resolution PixelSense display, which supports multi-touch for multi-hands by multi-users. Microsoft says it spent over a year working on anti-glare technology across over 100 sample screens. It shows, or doesn't, I should say. There's a custom 4K camera at top, which detaches and easily moves to any side of the screen. It also flips back and out of the way with the brush of your hand to ensure that it doesn't break when you wheel it through a door frame. It's got a 90-degree horizontal field of view to capture the entire room. A Surface Hub 2 pen comes with each Hub 2, and it works on some other products. Future versions of the Surface Pro will support it, for example, and vice versa, although existing Hub pens won't. The pens are substantially larger than standard Pro pens, of course. They're designed for whiteboarding. An 8-element beam-forming microphone array is built into the bezel as well to capture audio from everyone in the room. Speakers are barely visible, tiny dents in the bezels that hide 2-element stereo speakers, and there's a bass module built into the back. But it's the software, the union between software and hardware in this case, that really has the power to jumpstart collaboration around your office. And in this case, it's Microsoft Teams. There's a one-touch join feature, a button at the bottom of the display that lets you easily get into a meeting, and when you leave or the device times out, your presence is completely erased. This is the first Surface product meant to be shared, in other words. The Hub S2 runs a custom version of Windows 10. It's basically Windows 10 minus all of the personalization you usually get into with a computer, and it includes a special interface that's full of hubby goodness. Teams has a Brady Bunch-esque view for meetings, for example, which really looks great on a high-res screen. There's also a whiteboard app, perfect for collaboration. And if you started a meeting on a dumb whiteboard and, say, drew a block diagram of your next widget factory, you can take a snapshot of it and import it into the Surface Hub, and then make it interactive to smarten it up. What if you want to see a presentation at the same time as seeing all of your coworkers? Well, you can rotate the Hub onto its side into portrait mode, and then tile several of them together. 4 look great. Or 2 50-inch screens around one mega 84-incher. And that's the only hitch here. To unlock the rotation feature, you need to upgrade to the fancier 2X model. To do so, you simply unlock a cartridge in the bottom of the display, which contains the entire computer, as well as a physical mechanism that prevents the Hub 2S from rotating. Microsoft says the software simply isn't ready yet, so the 2X functionality will come down the road. And frankly, if you're building out a boardroom, well, it's an extra $1,000 down the road. Indeed, Microsoft has enormous plans for collaboration down the road. The company envisions meetings that work seamlessly, transcriptions that are automatic, software that detects confidential information and then blurs it out of the background. Cortana ties directly into the Teams app, and in the future, she'll automatically surface relevant parts of a project during a meeting, so you've always got what you need. And thanks to the Microsoft Knowledge Graph, Cortana knows who's in a meeting and who couldn't make it to ensure that the right people are working on the right things. Deep collaboration, a physical workspace that responds to you and knows who you are and when you leave. The office of the future sounds pretty sweet, and it all begins with the Surface Hub 2.